Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jerry Mark. Thanks for joining me tonight. And once again, I'm here to shoot another video. And yeah, we are still learning about my culture, and I'm so excited to have you as my guest today in this Kikuyu channel. I hope wherever you are safe and you are practicing the measures, the hygiene measures as accorded by your state, and also as I had brought in one of my videos or the past videos, I hope you're working together with everybody else in the world or the whole globe as we try to campaign against the spread of coronavirus. Well, coronavirus has apparently changed a lot and a lot in our lives, and I I cannot I can't imagine. Well, I don't know how to say it, but a lot has changed. A lot and a lot has changed in our lives. The lockdown we're going through and all the consequences of staying indoors and every kind of problem and disasters, from finances to social problems to psychological problems. It's not an easy time, but we have to keep going. We have to continue looking forward, looking in front of us, and we just have to work together as a nation and as a globe as we pray to God to help us overcome this deadly bug that has already interfered our whole life system. Well, without wasting much time, let's go ahead and let's learn what I have prepared for you guys. Before I get started, I want to appreciate everyone wherever you are, wherever you're watching me from. Thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this family, for choosing this channel, and even for watching every kind of video that you do. And don't forget to subscribe, to share, and even to leave a comment down there. I appreciate, and I am looking forward to answer whatever question you shoot me or whatever question you have for me. Now, yesterday we got to learn about the duties of a woman in the Kikuyu society, and today we're not going to learn the duties of a woman. Rather, we're going to see and learn the duties of a girl or a young woman in the Kikuyu society. So let's move to point number one. Now, we have already seen in the past or in the Kikuyu traditional misery or the history behind Kikuyu and the formation of all this cultural tribe. We know how it went down, and when I speak about a girl or a young woman, we are speaking about Moiretu. Moiretu is a girl or a young woman. Moiretu, when she's really small, like 3, 4 years, 5 years, she's still a small girl, not already in her teenage girl. In her teenage age, we call her Kairetu. Kairetu. That's the name we give to a tiny, small woman. Kairetu or Moiretu. Kairetu or Moiretu. Now, okay, we have already learned the name we call a girl, a young woman, and already we saw it yesterday, the name of a woman, mutumia. Now we are speaking about kairetu or moiretu, that girl or that young woman who hasn't yet gotten married. And that's what we're going to do today. Now the first thing we see that the girl or the girl child or the young woman or kairetu or moiretu was expected to do from her society is to help her parents. That is number one. Help her parents. How do we say that in Kikuyu? Guteithia aciari. Guteithia aciari. Guteithia aciari ake. Guteithia aciari ake. Ake is like your parents. Guteithia aciari ake. Her parents, like to help her parents. Guteithia aciari. The next thing we get to see is obeying her parents. That was the other thing that a small girl or a young woman was expected to do in the Kikuyu society. Obey her parents. We already said not only her parents but the whole community. We remember we already saw yesterday that the woman was also expected to respect the community, the members, the husband, and so on. And the same thing applies to the girl or the young woman, to obey. That was highly recommended and also expected. If one didn't have respect, then one would be easily disowned by the culture or disowned by the community. And that's why we see that our former family members, like our former uncles, our former aunties, or our former grandparents, they have high respect. They are not like the kids that we have today, or the parents that we have today, or our aunties or our uncles that we have today. We can see that from the generation that is behind us. These are people that have they grew up knowing respect is expected from them, and respecting everyone was mandatory. And that's why we also see here that the girl or the young woman had to respect the whole members of the family. Kuheana gitio. Kuheana gitio. Gitio, we already said yesterday, is respect. Kuheana gitio. That was the other thing that was expected from the young woman or the young girl in the society or in the Kikuyu community. Now, excuse me. The other thing that we have is to help in the kitchen. Guteithia rikoini or guteithiriria rikoini, to help. We said is guteithia or guteithiriria. Guteithia or guteithiriria, to help in the kitchen. Guteithia rikoini. Rikoini is the kitchen. Guteithiriria rikoini, to help in the kitchen. They all mean the same. Now we see that the young woman or the girl was expected to help in the kitchen, and helping in the kitchen included many other activities, namely cooking, which we said is koruga. Cooking koruga, or you can say cooking of food or cooking food. Koruga irio. Koruga irio, cooking food. The other thing was preparing food. For example, they were supposed to make potatoes. So the girl or the young woman peeled the potatoes, washed the potatoes, prepared the onion, and so on and so forth. So she was preparing, she was helping in preparing. Guteithia kuhareria irio. Guteithia kuhareria irio. Kuhareria, prepare. Guteithia, to help. To help in preparing of food, or to help in preparation of food. Now, the other thing we see is the girl or the young woman was expected to also help in putting fire as the food cooked. We know very well, or I said that yesterday, early in those days, the society or the community never had gas cookers or electric cookers or other kind of cookers. What they did have is open fire. So they would cook food in their 3 stones fire. So while the food cooked, the young woman or the lady or the girl in the house would continue putting more firewood, helping in making the fire is going on and the food is still cooking. That is what we call wakereria irio. Wakereria irio, to help in putting more fire, or to help to look after the fire, that the fire doesn't go off. We know cooking with wood is not the easiest thing. If some of us may have experience, you always have to put more wood inside and the firewood, and if you are not careful, the fire can easily go off while you are just outside, or you are just not concentrating. So that's why we said wakereria irio, to help in putting fire in the food, or helping adding more fire in the food. The other thing we see, those are some of those things that the young girl helped in the kitchen with. Now, the other thing we see is the girl was expected to help the siblings. Guteithia ciana iria ingĩ. Guteithia ciana iria ingĩ, or you can say guteithia aria nyina. Guteithia aria nyina, or arwa nyina. Guteithia arwa nyina, that is to help the siblings, or to help the brothers and sisters, or to help the young ones, like when they were to help them to dress, to help them while they're bathing, to help them to to show them around, and so on and so forth. Now, the other thing we see is the girl was expected to collect firewood. The community expected, or it was the duty of the girl or the young women to collect firewood. I remember while I was growing up, because I did spend quite a lot of time in my in our rural, in my grandmother's place, and I remember that time we used to collect firewood, and we used to be quite a group of girls, almost all in a same age, and all of us in the afternoon we used to go in the forest and collect firewood, and everyone would carry firewood and take to their homes. So I found that to be very, very interesting, because if I was at in the town, or back at my place of stay, where I was born, there was no opportunity for me to do that. The only opportunity that I had was to go to the rural area where my grandmother was, and that is where I had the opportunity to learn such an activity. And it was really nice, because interacting with other girls from the village and getting to know how you are supposed to collect firewood, which firewood is good for cooking, which is not good. These are things that you get to learn from people from the rural areas, and even how to tie your load, because you need to have a tactic to carry that load. I wish I had pictures. I would put them include them in the video so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about. But that was one of those activities that young girls or young women were doing, or that is what they were expected to do, or it was part of their activity. So they would collect firewood, and this firewood was the one to be used while cooking in the kitchen. You know, as the mother cooked the food, the firewood that the girl collected, or the girls collected, that is what they used. Kuna go or go sharia go. Kuna go, go firewood. Kuna go is to collect firewood. To collect firewood. Now, the other thing we see is the girl was expected to help in the farm. We already saw that yesterday while I spoke about the duty of a woman in the community or the Kikuyu society. So the same applies to the girl and the young girls also. They want to help in the farm. Gũteithĩrĩria mũgũnda-inĩ. Gũteithia mũgũnda-inĩ. Mũgũnda-inĩ is farm. Gũteithia is to help. Gũteithia mũgũnda-inĩ. Remember, in the farm there are so many activities there to be done. We already saw that yesterday. There was the planting, there was the harvesting, there was the weeding, and so many other things. So we said planting is said kuhanda, harvesting kũgetha, weeding kũrĩmĩra, kũrĩmĩra, kuhanda, and kũgetha. Kũrĩmĩra, weeding, kuhanda, planting, and kũgetha is to harvest. In harvesting of crops, maize, beans,